Hello and welcome back to Sharin no Kuni. And yeah, we continue today. It's a new session, and what happened the last time? Let me see that. Yeah, we prevented her from suiciding herself, and we hugged her. Oh yeah, that's what happened. Oh, there was a lot of things that happened last time, and it is only one day for me ago. Okay. Okay. I continued to embrace her fragile, yet unmistakable existence. I wanted to embrace her forever. Natsumi's sobs had vanished. She was now simply holding on to me. We could feel each other's warmth. I thought about our future. I'll take Natsumi with me and leave the town. We can take Isono, Sachi and Toka with us, too, if they want to. We can probably manage to make it by in this country, if we keep our numbers low. Of course, we could also leave the country. As I was beginning to formulate a plan, okay, so building a little friendship group with 3 girls and 2 dudes. Well, I can see how this works. A visitor arrived. Natsumi fled from my embrace as soon as the door opened. I was unable to hide my surprise at the identity of our visitor.
Morita.
Oh shit!
両名揃っているな。
What? Oh come on! Oh, that scared the hell out of me as soon as I saw his picture. Morita, Hinata, you are together? Hoisuke? I immediately began trying to find an escape route. Cold sweat ran down my back. Hey there, this sure is early, and what's more, having you visit personally? What's this all about?
外へ出ろ。
Step outside. Why?
着替える必要はなさそうだ。ついてこい。
There doesn't seem to be a need for you to change your clothes. Come with me. Hobbs left the room without waiting for us. We are dead. We have to be dead.
どうするんですか?
What are you going to do? I didn't understand what Hoizuki was up to, so there was only one option. I mean, he killed your comrades at the very beginning of the game with a gunshot in the head. So if you would have fucked up, I think you would be already dead. So you wouldn't need to have this question in your mind. Let's go, Nakchan. Don't worry. Just leave it to me.
はい。
If we got the opportunity, we would run away. Or perhaps kill him. I didn't have the chance to grab my Dualumi in case. Hobbs led us to the school. It was early in the morning, but there wasn't a student in sight. The trucks were gone, as were the blue tub and under construction sign. So they finished the construction. Hoizuki ignored me. Is this regarding Natsumi's obligation?
結論を急ぎすぎているようだな、森田。
You are always hasty in jumping to conclusions, Morita. No, it's not.
正直になれ。
Be honest with yourself. I had nothing to gain by lying. Well, I assume that you did not come to see us this early in the morning merely to inform us that the construction was completed. And just barged into the room without knocking or anything. And he could just open the damn door. open it. How did he open it? Are they not locking the doors when they go inside? I mean, even I do that. There's no way that you can enter the room without brute force. Surprisingly, however, Hoizuki nodded. And then he got down to business.
そろそろ森田の試験も終わらせようと思っている。
I was thinking that it was about time to end your exam. Hoizuki had tried to drive Natsumi to suicide for the purposes of completing my exam. However, Natsumi wouldn't die. I wouldn't let her die. And the exam, you say? In other words, he had already come up with his next method. Regardless of his ability to see ahead, however, his timing today had been perfect to the point of uncanniness. I have the feeling you have either a spy tech built into your Duralumin case and he can spy on you because there's maybe a little camera built in, and maybe there's even wait, let me look up what it is in English. Maybe your Duralumin case is implemented with let's see, with a bug. A wiretap? Bugging device. Okay, I think. Really? Bug? You're going to cancel Natsumi's obligation then? He wouldn't happen to know that I had been in contact with Natsumi, would he? I cast a glance at Natsumi. She's smiling. Her eyes met mine. Her eyes were filled with trust.
日向の義務が解消されるかどうかはこれから決まる。
The decision regarding the cancellation of Hinata's obligation will be made after this. Huh?
分かったのなら黙ってついてこい。今日は特別に学園を休みにさせた。
If you comprehend my words, then cease your chatter and follow me. I have had the school closed for today. So that's why there was no one here. Pops walked through the gate, dragging his foot all the while. So we are not in deep shit? It seems she gets, for some reason, her obligation cancelled later, and something really odd will happen now. Let's go.
私は大丈夫だよ、ケンちゃん。
I'm okay, Chan. Pops didn't even bother to take a seat. He just stared down at Natsumi. His glance petrified her.
率直に聞こう。正直な意見を述べよ。
I'm going to ask you a question. Answer it.
はい。私ですか？
Yes, you mean me?
お前は森田健一、つまり樋口健に恋愛感情を抱いているのではないか？
Do you or do you not hold romantic feelings toward Morita Kenichi? That is to say, Higuchi Ken? That? Oh. Are we only friends or is there more? Natsumi looked at me, then at Pops.
どうした？意味が理解できないのか？
What is the problem? Do you not understand the meaning of what I asked?
いえ。
That's not it. Nak-chan. She couldn't answer that honestly. Hoizuki wouldn't permit it. If she said that she loved me, then she wouldn't be able to escape the consequences.
森田さん。
どうなのだ？
Well, was this Hoizuki's aim? First, confirm Natsumi's feelings for me, and then kill her because she had violated her obligation? Natsumi shook her head frantically.
私には 人を好きになる資格なんてありませんから。
Wait, what? I do not have the qualifications to love someone. I let out a sigh of relief. Natsumi had dared to lie. Because I wouldn't have been able to pass the exam if she hadn't lied.
なるほど。
I see. Hoizuki stuck out his chest and clenched his jaw in an attempt to intimidate Natsumi. It was enough to make me shudder as well.
日向は森田を好きではない。これが本当であるかどうか試す。
That's... Hinata holds no feelings for Morita then. Very well. I shall now test to see if this is true. There's no way for you to test this in a way that would actually prove something. I mean, maybe her feelings are not the romantic nature, but if you injure me now, or can for the speaking, then, I mean, that wouldn't prove anything, because even though if it would be the truth that she doesn't have any romantic feelings, aka love for me, it still doesn't mean that she is not allowed to have a dear close friend, and that you suffer with said friend if he gets hurt. It could be me, it could be Sachi, it could be Tooka, it could be Isuno. She wouldn't want to see any one of her friends suffer. But I think that's exactly what he tries to aim for right now. And that's not how this works. I realized what he was doing.
日向が見事この試練に耐えうることができれば、私はすぐにでも義務の執行手続きに入ろう。
If you can overcome this trial, then I will have no qualms about applying for your obligations cancellation post haste.
試練。
Trial? Mizuki was about to begin one of the tests used in the 7th stage of the special high-class individual training. I had tried it on Tooka once as a joke. Wait, staring into each other's eyes without averting the sight? It was the only test I hadn't been able to pass.
何があっても私の目をそらさずにまっすぐに答えるのだ。
Oh God! Look into my eyes and answer me clearly, regardless of what may happen. He began without waiting for her response.
資格と言ったな。
You mentioned being qualified to love someone. Yes?
はい。
Yes. I mean, this is pretty mean. All her life, she never looked people in the eyes. Not much, at least. She always averted her sight. And now she has to look in the eyes of this demon and answer questions along with it?
では、資格があるのであれば、好きということか。
So, assuming that you were qualified to do so, would you love Morita? What is that even for a question? How can you say that if you're not qualified to love someone, how could you determine if you would love someone if you would be qualified? I mean, not having the qualification to love someone cancels totally out that she couldn't even know if she would love him, if she would be able to love someone. Am I right? Or am I just totally dumb right now?
どうなのだ。
Well...
いえ、資格があってもなくても。
She closed her eyes, she lost. No, it would be the same either way.
同じとは？
What do you mean by the same?
好きじゃないです。
I don't love him.
どこを見て話している？
Where do you think you're looking?
どこ
Where?
私の目を見て話せ。
Speak while looking into my eyes.
でも
But... A frightened glance wandered around the room.
私の目を見て、はっきりと話せ。と
はい
言っているのだ。
I told you to look into my eyes and answer me clearly. Natsumi exhaled.
好きじゃないです
I don't love him.
なぜ語尾が弱くなる？はっきりと私は言ったはずだ。
Why did you trail off at the end? I said clearly, Hinata.
好きじゃないです
I don't love him.
いい男だ。もう一度。
Do not stutter. Again.
好きじゃないです
I don't love him.
私は目を見ろと言ったのだ。私の鼻先に視線を集めていれば、バレないとでも思ったのか。
I told you to
Bonjour.
say... Sorry. I told you to say it while looking into my eyes. Did you think that I wouldn't notice you staring at my nose? Again.
好きじゃないです
I don't love him.
途中で目がそれたな。もう一度。
Your eye strayed halfway through that response. Again. How is she supposed to look in your eyes when you turn your back to her?
好きじゃないです
I don't love him.
声に勢いがない。もう一度。
There's no life in your voice. Again.
好きじゃないです
I don't love him. This time she managed to follow his orders. Unfortunately, that wouldn't be enough.
本当は好きなのだろう。森田に好意を抱いているのだろ
However, the fact of the matter is that you are in love with him. You hold romantic feelings for Morita, do you not? Whenever the examinee began to do well, they would switch up the question and catch them off guard.
違いますそんなことありません
No, that's not true.
う。ほう。ではもう一度。
Oh, once more then. She covered her mouth and looked at the floor. She was most likely suppressing the urge to vomit.
私は
I...
なんだ
Well... Natsumi looked up at him, her eyes shining with determination.
好きじゃないです
I don't love him! Her voice was so firm that even I began to question it. Hoizuki, however, merely shook his head once more.
まるで感情が入っていない。もう一度。
You are failing to speak with any real feeling. Again.
私は
Natsumi had a complex regarding eye contact. Oh, no shit, Sherlock! And yet she was being forced to make eye contact with Hoizuki Masaomi, a man whom most adults could never bring themselves to look in the eyes. Sir! I couldn't control my outburst. Natsumi is currently under my authority. You do not possess the authority to bestow direct guidance upon her like this. That was how it had worked with Sachi.
ではお前が私の代わりに日向を尋問するか。
So, you are willing to question Hinata and my steed? What?
できんだろう。
You cannot do it, can you? What was going on? I was just a cadet, but you shouldn't have been able to interfere with her like this, right? It's right. I was the one in charge of Natsumi. In that case, I gathered my courage and sidled up to Hoizuki. He slammed his cane against the ground as hard as he could. That was a signal. The door flew open and A swarm of people rushed into the room. 3 men in uniform surrounded me in the blink of an eye.
両手を頭の後ろで組め
Put both hands behind your head! They pressed their guns against me. I calmly took stock of the situation. Unfortunately, there didn't seem to be any sort of escape route. Not even an ant could get out of here. If I were to act carelessly, they would shoot me dead in accordance with standard protocol.
ケンちゃん
It's okay. I put both hands behind my head as I had been ordered. So, do you want me to lie down on the ground? To lie down on the ground?
いいや、そのまま見ていろ。
No, you can stay there and watch. What?
試験を続行する。
The exam will continue. It was rumored that this test had been designed such that no one would be able to pass it. How is it then even possible to become a special high-class individual if this test cannot be passed? Sunlight poured into the room, but the tension remained unchanged.
好きじゃない好きじゃないよ
I don't love him! I don't love him.
話にならんな。もう一度。
Completely unsatisfactory. Again. Natsumi's eyes began to lose their light. Her whole body was covered in sweat. It looked as if she might collapse at any moment.
好きじゃないんです
I don't love him! She had been shouting those words for nearly 6 hours now. What? Every now and then she would cough painfully. The men surrounding me must have trained quite well. They were showing no signs of fatigue, despite keeping guns trained upon me for such a length of time. Sir, please, just stop this already. Hoizuki paid absolutely no attention to me. He continued tormenting Natsumi.
どうした？もう終わりか。
What's wrong? Done already? Tears dripped down from her eyes. Her chest heaved up and down.
この試練に合格できれば、森田も念願の特別高等人になれるのだぞ。
Morita will be able to become a special high-class individual if you overcome this trial. I'm sure you are aware of this. A spark appeared in Natsumi's eyes.
ケンちゃんのために
For Kenchan's sake.
では言え、大嫌いだと。
Tell me that you hate him. She did as she was told.
大嫌いなんです
I hate him!
いいよどむな。もう一度。
Do not stutter. Again.
大嫌いなんです
I hate him!
一瞬森田を見たな。それは何の意志だ？本当に嫌いなのか？もう一度。
You snuck a glance at Morita just now. What was the meaning behind that? Do you truly hate him? Again. An absolute contradiction. If she wanted to protect me, then she needed to say that she hated me. No human could pass this test. Just stop! This wasn't an exam. It was mere disgrace. Nakchan, enough! That's enough! Hoizuki looked at me.
黙ってて
Be quiet! Hoizuki hadn't shouted. Natsumi had. Nakchan.
いいの私なんか
That's enough. Someone like me. She was starting to break again.
結局私は誰かを好きになっちゃいけないんだから。
I won't be able to end up loving anyone anyway. The girl who had known both belief and betrayal, both hope and despair, sank once more.
もういいよ。
That's enough! Natsumi was no longer Natsumi.
声に勢いが足りなかったらもう一度
There was no life in your voice. Again! The trial continued. And it would continue until she had completely broken. Doesn't he get bored?
ケンちゃんが大嫌い。
Wow! I hate Ken-chan! A terrible shout penetrated the atmosphere of the room. She had repeated the word hate so many times that the word itself hurt my ears. And of course, this was all unrelated to the meaning behind that word. That last shout hadn't contained merely her feelings. It had contained her entire life.
その目その声しっかりと伝わった一言だった
Those eyes, that voice. Yes, a perfectly clear transmission. The tension slowly relaxed.
よろしい合格とする
Very well. You pass. Was it over? Did I skip something? Did he really?
よろしい合格とする
Her ragged breathing mixed with her sobs.
忘れるな日向お前は真実を叫んだのだ
Do not forget this, Hinata. You have just shouted the truth. Natsumi collapsed onto the floor. She kept muttering to herself.
もういい。何もかもどうでもいい。
Who cares? Nothing matters.
嫌い。ケンちゃんなんて嫌い。みんな嫌い。
I hate Kensha. I hate everyone. I hate.
嫌い。嫌い。どうでもいい。何でもいい。嫌い。
Hate. Hate. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Hate.
全部関係ない。いいの関係ない。嫌い。
Nothing matters. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Hate. She repeated herself like a machine.
森田
Yes.
ついてこい
Come with me. Where are we going?
ついてくればわかる
You will find out if you come with me. I still had a gun pointed at me. Nak-chan, you can rest for now. Her shoulders trembled slightly, but she offered no further response.
日向も来い
You shall come too, Hinata.
はい。
She nodded like a puppet. We reached the first floor of the school. The policemen were carefully watching my behavior from behind.
それにしても日向があそこまでの意志の強さを見せるとは正直驚かされた
Honestly, I am rather surprised that Hinata managed to show such fortitude of will. Natsumi stared down at the ground, her eyes milky. It's quite rare for you to be surprised by something.
お前が突破できなかった試験だぞ。
That is the test you were unable to pass, after all.
しかしこれで日向がきちんと義務を守っていることが証明された。森田の最終試験も全て終了し、ついに特別高等人になれる。
That aside, Hinata has now proven that she has adequately upheld her obligation. You have completed your exam at long last. You can now become a special high-class individual. Do you have something else to say? Disgust dripped from my words. Oh wait, I have to rephrase that. Do you have something else to say? The man who had been my mentor for 7 years replied to me as if the answer were obvious.
確認したいことがある。
There's something I need to confirm. What is that? We had reached the end of the hallway, which had been under construction. There was a door with a card reader installed. Hoizuki took a card out of his breast pocket.
これは特別高等人の ID カードだ。候補生の森田も持っているだろうが、私のそれとはレベルが違う。
This is a special high-class individual ID card. Since you are a cadet, you possess one as well. However, your level is lower than mine. He meant that only he could enter the room up ahead.
私はこのカードをいつも持ち歩いているわけではない。普段は特別指導室の金庫に保管してやる。必要であらば森田のカードも預かるが。
I generally do not carry this card with me. Normally, I store it in the safe within the special guidance room. If you wish, I can look after yours as well. Why would he go out of his way to tell me that? That's alright. More importantly, where does this lead?
焦るな。
Don't be so hasty. Takeo security. Hoizuki ran his card through the reader. A damp wind blew through from the other side. Natsumi looked dead on her feet.
扉を開けておく。お前たちはここで待て。
I will leave the door open. Men, wait here. Hoizuki disappeared into the abyss. We descended the dimly lit stairs. The floor appeared to be made of stone. Managed to build this much over summer break? I came to a halt and asked him a question.
この空間はもともと作られていたのだ。私は改装したに過ぎん。
No, this place has been here from the start. I merely remodeled it.
私が特別高等人になる時もこの先の施設を利用した。
I utilized these facilities when I became a special high-class individual myself. I gulped. I see. Hoizuki openly discussing his past. How where?
寒い。
Uh-oh. So cold. Nak-chan? Natsumi kept whispering to herself. So cold, so cold, so cold. The chilly air here seemed to cling against one's skin. I wanted to hold her tightly. I continued my descent, looking for an opportunity to get the jump on Hoizuki. The spectacle that lay before me was blood-curdling. Past the iron door was a world I had only encountered in fiction. The area did remind me of the detention centers and interrogation rooms that we held criminals in, but the overwhelming pressure exuded by the stone walls crushed my very body. It's almost like... I gulped again. A prison! My sci-fi novels had become reality. Oh god, my voice is giving in. There wasn't a single window. The only light came from candles bored into the walls. I looked at the entrance. There was a small slit through which to pass through. In the corner of the room there was a hole to relieve oneself. Ooh. This place exceeded bad taste. And why are you showing me this?
犯罪者を罰する根拠は時代とともに変わってきた。
Our basic rationality behind the act of punishing criminals has changed throughout the ages.
復讐を国が代わりに行おうとする絶対的応報経論。犯罪者を吊るし上げ見せしめとする相対的応報経論。そして犯罪者を教育する教育経論。
Under the absolute retribution punishment theory, the state takes revenge in the victim's place. The relative retribution punishment theory exposes criminals to the public eye using the mockery of the trial system in order to dissuade others. And of course, the educational punishment theory states that education is essential for rehabilitation.
我が国の特別高等法も教育系である。だが、小説の世界に出てくるような罪人を牢屋に入れて規律正しい生活を強いるだけの教育ではない。
Our country's special high-class law falls under the category of educational punishment. However, it is not the educational punishment system seen in novels, where criminals are merely forced to lead orderly lives in prison.
罪人一人一人に特別高等人という優れた人間をつけて罪にあった更生指導をさせる。
We assign a preeminent individual that is a special high-class individual to each criminal. This special high-class individual then guides them along the path to rehabilitation.
なぜなら、故意の殺人者も過失の殺人者も同じように牢屋に入れられるというのは、人を教育する刑罰として安易だからだ。
This is because placing an individual convicted of first-degree murder and an individual convicted of manslaughter into the same facility is far too simplistic, far too lax. Sir, you can stop showing off now. We only have such detailed panel regulations because some overly wary intellectual in some important position enjoys demonstrating their worthless knowledge. Thanks to them, the country places even one's usage of free time or his or her love affairs under surveillance. In the world of management, you need to allow a certain margin of error. Societies who are too strict, who impose too many regulations upon daily life, will die out. That's why Japan lost the war.
その発言は国家不敬罪に当たるな。
That remark would be considered lèse-majesté toward the nation. Yes? What is majesté? Lèse-majesté. This is not even an English word. This sounds Latin to me. Or no, it is. It is actually it has some it has a scratch over the E, over the first E and the last E, but on the other side. But ooh, okay. Okay, now I know what it is. Okay. Lèse Majeste? No, there's a term that Shibuya's teenagers are unfamiliar with. No, wait. Léger Majeste? Now there's a term that Shibuya's teenagers are unfamiliar with.
古いと言いたいのだな。
You are trying to say that I'm old? Oh, so you're a fan of that series too? I was startled by what happened after that. Of all the things to happen, Hoizuki looked a bit nostalgic, and then he laughed. Oh god, that's so odd. His laughter made my blood run cold. Wait, let's listen to that again. His is obviously better than mine, but I just run out of air too soon. Oh my. The pressure from his laughter was such that Natsumi took a step back. So he could laugh too. I couldn't speak for the terror. Hoizuki, on the other hand, offered me a calm remark.
いいぞ森田。まったくもって試験は順調だった。
Wait, what? Excellent, Morita. And your exam was going so damn well, too. What? A chill went down my spine. My brain was paralyzed.
だが
However... Exclamation mark? He assumed the form of a demon. Hoizuki Masaomi slowly approached me. What's happening? Within the damn... Oh god, man. God damn it. My voice doesn't hurt, but for some reason, I don't know how to describe it. You know when you have to yourself? That's the feeling I'm getting frequently right now, and I don't know why. And by the way, it is bad to do that. If you do it too often, you can hurt your voice, and so I try to avoid that and drink water instead.
貴様は義務を犯した。
Wait, what? You violated an obligation. Wait, what obligation? Hoizuki showed me emotion.
特別高等人が社会を代表する特別に高等な人間が義務に違反した。
Wait, what? What is he talking about? A special high-class individual. One molded into a special, high-class representative of society. Has violated an obligation. His anger was hot enough to make my blood boil.
言い逃れできぬよう教えてやる。私は一度、3人の非構成人の義務の証を張り替えさせたことがあったな。
I will inform you of why excuses are utterly meaningless. Do you remember? I once replaced your charges, badges. What obligation? I sounded like an idiot. Dry laughter escaped from my lips. I cursed my own thoughtlessness. Really now, you're pretty hardcore, Pops. I resigned myself to my fate. You made their badges into wiretaps? Wait, what? Your charges, badges. You made the badges into wiretaps? What are you, a guerrilla insurgent? Wait, is wiretaps what I think, what I was suspecting the whole time? Yeah, wiretap is a Wanze. A wiretap. He was wiretapped. So everything that had happened had gone straight to him. I collected my breath and stared at Hoizuki.
その反応を見るに、やはりか。
Judging by your reaction, it is indeed true.
声を聞く限りでは、森田と日向のどちらから接触したのか判断できかねる部分もないことはなかったのだがな。
Listening only to the voices, I have to admit that reasonable doubt could arise as to whether Morita or Hinata initiated the contact. Wait, why is he getting angry just now? Why didn't he brought this up earlier?
日向から接触した、もしくは接触もやむを得ない理由があったのであれば、まだ考える余地もあったというのに。
Perhaps we could have had a longer discussion if Hinata had initiated it, or if there had been some unavoidable reason for it. My teeth nearly cracked.
触れたな。
You touched her? Yeah. I couldn't even move my feet. 'Cause you were getting on my nerves. I joked around and tried to search for an opening. However, even though Hoizuki was becoming emotional, his majestic figure remained impenetrable.
貴様にはいくらかかっているか知っているか？
Do you have any idea just how much is riding on you?
高等人の試験は全て国民の税金から賄われている。いわば貴様はこの国の社会の代表として期待されていたのだ。
The high-class individual exam is funded entirely by the people's tax dollars. In other words, everyone's hopes were placed upon you. You were supposed to answer them by becoming a representative of society.
それを裏切った罪は重い。
Betraying this hope represents quite the heavy crime. So I was right! So he was bugged or wiretapped, how I found out now that it's called wiretap. I knew something was going on the moment he entered that. It was a little bit late and I maybe should have figured this out way earlier, but I figured it out the instant he just showed up.
実に惜しい。惜しい逸材だった。
It is such a waste. A deeply regrettable waste of outstanding talent.
不思議な感覚だよ。初めて私にも市場が芽生えている。
You know, I find this quite mysterious. For the first time, I feel a personal attachment.
だからもう一度聞こう。
Therefore, I will ask you once more. He smiled. Its grotesqueness made me want to dissolve. And then I realized something. My answer to his question.
罪を犯したのか。
Did you commit a crime? Would spell my death.
恋愛の禁止という国民の総意に基づいて定められた刑法を犯したのか。
Did you violate prohibition of falling in love, a law decided upon by popular consensus? I held my breath.
法の番人である特別高等人が法を犯したのか。
Did a defender of the law, a special high-class individual, violate the law? My eyes went wide with surprise, fear, and pain all at once.
どうなんだ。
Well... He took a step toward me. You're already pretty close.
どうなんだ。
Well... Another step. The monster who represented society approached me.
どうなんだと。
I am asking you. He came to a stop.
聞いているのだ。
Well... I prepared myself. I committed a crime. I felt something. It was heat. No, it was warmth. I hadn't been able to say it. But it had been said all the same. Not by me, though. By the girl. I could feel her warmth through the fingers wrapped around my palm.
私が罪を犯したんです。
I committed a crime. She spoke in a steady, clear tone.
森田さんは悪くないです。
Morita-san did nothing wrong. Her palm.
こうやって私から触ったんです。
I touched him, just like this. Was filled with a gentle warmth, just as it had been when we were young.
どうしてかというとですね。
If you need to know why... Stop.
私、日向夏美はですね。
I, Nata Natsumi. Don't say it.
恋愛の禁止を義務付けられているにもかかわらず。
Despite bearing prohibition of falling in love. Stop it.
小さい頃から、ずっと
Ever since I was little.
ケンちゃんのことが。
They have always... She paused and gripped my hand even more tightly. This situation couldn't be real. Natsumi had sunken into the pit of despair. She had just finished professing her hatred of everything. She had been crying, decrying the world as a hopeless one. And yet she was standing perfectly straight, speaking perfectly steadily, and more than anything else, was wearing the most brilliant smile I had ever seen.
大好きでしたから。
Loved Kenshan. You can't be serious with me right now! Is she going to die? This music doesn't fit here! She screamed that which she had been prohibited from saying.
ケンちゃんが大好きだよ。
I love Kenshan! Her purity ripped apart the prison's resentment. Hoizuki and I both stood dumbfounded, shocked by her utter brilliance. so warm. Ken-chan, it's so warm. Her yellow ribbons swayed about in a dignified fashion. Her face reminded me of a sunflower.
ケンちゃんがここにいるよ。
Ken-chan is right here. The yellow flower that had stood tall, facing the sun throughout all of its hardships, was right here beside me.
夏だね。お外はきっと暑いね。雨も降るかな。田んぼは青々しいよ。風が吹くと気持ちいいよね。
It's summer, right? I'm sure it's hot outside. Do you think we'll get some rain? The fields are really lush right now. And don't you just love it when the wind blows? Her happy smile stuck out like a sore thumb.
つまり日向が森田に触れたと。
In other words, you touched Morita. Hoizuki finally spoke.
そうです。ケイちゃんは何も悪くないんです。
That's right. Ken-chan did nothing wrong.
さっきは大嫌いなんて言ってましたけど、ごめんなさい。全部嘘なんです。
I said I hated him a little while ago, but I'm sorry. It was all a big fat lie.
大好きですから。大好きで大好きで、ずっと我慢してましたけど、もう迷わないって決めましたから。
Oh God, no! Don't make me feel bad for my decision that I committed to Sachi. Well, you will be dead anyway soon, so maybe that doesn't fall in anymore, but still. I love him. I love him so much. I held it in for so long, but I decided that I wouldn't hesitate any longer.
少しは黙らんか貴様。
Could you shut up for a minute? Hoizuki roared angrily.
たまりません。大好きなんです。
I won't shut up! I love him! Natsumi refused to give him even an inch.
貴様は強制収容所に送られるのだぞ。
You are going to be sent to a concentration camp.
構いません。
I don't care!
そこでは人間は物として扱われ、地獄のような毎日を過ごすのだ。
People are treated like objects there. Every day is a living hell.
どんな場所でも楽しいことを探せます。
I'll seek out happy things, no matter where I am. All I could think was that this was truly dazzling.
貴様は親戚に騙され、家を追われたのだったな。
Were you not deceived by your relatives and chased from your home?
おばさんはちょっとお金に困ってただけなんです。
My aunt was just in a little financial trouble.
学園の友人に裏切られたのではないのか？
Were you not betrayed by your friend at school?
あの女の子はちょっと遊んでいただけなんです。
She was just playing around a little.
寮の管理人に性的な嫌がらせを受けていたではないか？
Were you not sexually harassed by the dorm manager?
おじさんはちょっと寂しかっただけなんです。
He was just a little lonely. It was useless. Natsumi would not flinch, no matter how much he tried using that little trick of his. Society's fraudulent methods were absolutely powerless before true strength. The power of love, a force from above. Oh my God.
何事ですか?
Why are you in here? He said you have to wait outside. Can you not follow direct orders? What's going on here? I'm a dumb policeman. And that is why it would soon resort into violence. Natsumi shouted at the man standing in front of her. The man ready and willing to employ violence.
私です。私が罪を犯しました。どうぞ捕まえてください。
You fucking kidding me? This is the first time we even see this kind of sprite. She's just saying, shoot me! You can't! What? No! What? It was me! I committed a crime! Go ahead and arrest me! Watch out! I blocked the cane directed at Natsumi's head with my shoulder. I protected Natsumi and fell to the floor.
ケンちゃん。
I sat up and spoke to Hoizuki and the uniformed man behind him. Listen up, you damn idiots! They hit me in the stomach without mercy. I'm the one who touched Natsumi!
森田を拘束しろ。
Restrain Morita. Natsumi didn't do anything wrong. Natsumi's not at fault. Just what is it that she has done? Someone approached me carelessly. I kicked him to the ground.
ケンちゃん。私は大丈夫だから。
Ken-chan, I'll be okay. Nak-chan, you can't do this.
いいの。最後に自分の気持ちが伝えられて、それだけで私は嬉しいの。
It's fine. I finally got to tell you how I felt in the end. It's enough to make me happy. What the hell are you saying? She had always tried to be friendly to me. She had taught me what kindness and warmth meant. She had always lent me her hand.
ありがとう、ケンちゃん。
Thank you, Ken-chan. So why was she the one thanking me? ... This could not be permitted. Sachi, Toka, and Natsumi. The Sunflower Girls. Regardless of how twisted this world was. Justice. Compassion. And love. I would protect them without fail. I would be able to do it with the strength they had given to me. I would rescue Natsumi, no matter what. Watch me, One-chan. Okay, you know what? I'm going to leave this episode right here. Yeah, that's a mean cliffhanger. We don't know what happened. Well, obviously you do know, but I don't know. And maybe those who just watch it because for shits and giggles don't know, so that is a cliffhanger for them. I know you know what's coming, but I need a short break to calm down again. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Leave a like and subscribe if you didn't already did so to become a knight of the round table, and I will most importantly see you hopefully in the next episode. Stay tuned.